Okay, for problem 11, again, we're doing division here. So we're going to have to do the keep, change, flip first. So r squared minus 6r minus 7 over r plus 3. We keep that one. Now we change the division to multiplication, and then we flip the second one. R minus 8 over r squared minus 7r minus 8. Okay, now we need to factor. So for this first one, it's a trinomial, so we think diamond method. We need to get a -7 to multiply and a -6 when we add. So that is going to be a -7 and a +1. So this is going to be r minus 7 and r plus 1. R plus 3 is a binomial that has nothing in common. So we're going to leave it r plus 3. Times r minus 8 is a binomial with nothing in common. So we're going to leave it. And then we need to factor this one. It's a trinomial, so we think diamond method. We need to multiply to get -8 and add to get -7. Well, that's going to be a -8 and a +1. So this is r minus 8, r plus 1. Okay, now we see if we can cancel. So we can cancel the r minus 8s. We can cancel the r plus 1s. And that's all that will cancel for us. So we're left with r minus 7 over r plus 3. For our restrictions, r cannot equal. For this one, it would be -3. For this one, it would be 8. For this one, it would be -1. And then this numerator, because that was originally a denominator, would be a +8, which I've already listed. So if we come over here, our answer choice is C. Okay, for number 12, we've switched to adding, but notice this time it just says simplify each expression. So I do not have to list what the restrictions are. All I have to do is add. So here we've got two separate denominators. We have an x plus 5 and a 3x minus 2. That means we have to include both in our common denominator. So over here, I'm going to have to multiply by the 3x minus 2 on both top and bottom. And on this one, I'm going to have to multiply by the x plus 5 on both top and bottom. Okay, over here, that means 5 times 3x is 15x, and 5 times -2 is a -10, plus 4x times x is 4x squared, and 4x times 5 is plus 20x. And that's all over our common denominator, x plus 5 times 3x minus 2. Now, if we simplify this, 4x squared doesn't have anything else, so I'm going to keep that. But 15x plus 20x is a plus 35x, so I've taken care of that. And then I still have the minus 10. And it's all over x plus 5 times 3x minus 2. Okay? These have nothing in common, so let's look and see if we have this answer up here. Okay? There's 4x squared plus 35x minus 10. It's just in a different order. And then there's my denominator. So my answer is choice A. Okay, if we look at number 13, you can see we have a 2 in this denominator and a 2b plus 5. So we're going to have to include both of those in our denominator. So that means over here, I'm going to multiply by 2 on top and bottom. And on this side, I have to multiply by 2b plus 5. Okay, so that's going to give us 8b. 2 times 4b would be 8b. Plus 3b times 2, or 3b times 2b would be a 6b squared. And 3b times 5 would be a 15. And it's all over our common denominator. Okay? Let's see if we can do anything else here. I forgot my b on this 15. Sorry. 3b times 5 would be 15b. So we can combine these two b's here. So this would be 6b squared plus 15 plus 8 is a 23b over 2 times 2b plus 5. Okay, let's look for this answer over here. And you can see it's just a different order, 23b plus 6b squared, that's okay, over our denominator. So our answer is choice B. Okay, let's keep going with number 14. Okay, so here we are adding. We see 4x here and x plus 5 here. So we're going to have to use both of those. So we're going to multiply top and bottom here by x plus 5 and multiply by 4x top and bottom on that side. Okay, that's going to give us 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. And then 3 times 4x, that is a 12x, and it's all over our common denominator of 4x times x plus 5. Now you can see we could put 3x and 12x together here. We can put the 3x and the 12x together. So that's going to give us 15x plus 15 over 4x times x plus 5. Okay, when we see that answer up here, 15x plus 15 over 4x times x plus 5. So our answer is choice C. Okay, for number 15, we're going to have to do a little bit of work here. So this is our denominator, which means that we're going to have to multiply this 6p by this thing. Okay, so let's do that first. 6p times 3p squared, that's an 18p cubed. 6p times negative 13p is a negative 78p squared. 6p times negative 10 would be a negative 60p. And then we still have minus 2p, and then this is going to be a minus 1 because we have to take into account that negative in the front. And it's all over, we're going to keep this common denominator here, 3p squared minus 13p minus 10. For now, we're just going to keep that and simplify the top. All right, on top, we only have 1p cubed, so we're going to keep that. We only have 1p squared, we're going to keep that. But we can put together minus 60p minus 2p. That would be a negative 62p. And then we've got that minus 1. Okay, now, I see this choice right here. But the bottom looks different. So I'm going to have to factor this, okay? So to factor this, we're going to have to do 3 times negative 10 is a negative 30, and we need to sum to a negative 13. Well, that's going to be a, let's see here, 15 and 2? Yeah, that's going to be negative 15 and positive 2. So now to factor this, we have to rewrite this as 3p squared minus 15p plus 2p minus 10. And then we have to factor by grouping. We've done that in this class, we just haven't done that in this unit yet. So we're going to take out a 3p, which leaves us with p minus 5. And we're going to take out a 2, which leaves us with p minus 5. And then that gives us 3p plus 2 times p minus 5. 3p plus 2 times p minus 5. And that is what they have in the denominator here. So my answer is choice A. I will say that if you don't want to do this, you could take this and multiply it out and see if you get that. And if you do, then you know you've got your answer correct. All right, guys, if you have questions, let me know.